Greetings to you. Have to get this in. Okay. Just forgot to insert this. Yes, greetings to you, and welcome to this live. I apologize for keeping you waiting, but nonetheless, it's imperative that I do this live today. I have a number of things that I want to talk about. Excuse me, I just had something to drink, and naturally so. You should not be drinking anything cold when you are about to speak on these platforms. Of course, to do something as important as what I'm about to do. But I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here again with you. And of course, like I've said before, I'm having some issues now with Facebook, because you have the two options, and they have restricted me on their what you call the professional mode, where you have more options and more facility to use. I've been restricted from using that, and the messages that came from Facebook is about me violating some kind of policies and things like that. But I understand, I get it, you know. Excuse me. I get it. You know, they are mass reporting me on Facebook, so it's like it's overwhelming the system. So Facebook has to offer some kind of acknowledgement to the haters, to say, okay, I heard you, fine, okay, I'm gonna see what I can do to put a hold on this guy for a moment. So don't worry, I heard you. Yes, okay, fine. You're sensitive, you're touchy, and he's saying some things that you don't like, you don't want to hear, and things like that. So it's fine. Okay, I heard you. Yes, I heard you. So as a consequence to that, some of the facilities of Facebook I don't have. So if you're getting me clear, then thank you. Thumbs up. I'm Dr. Love Persaud. Persaud means precious gift. And despite the fact that some of you have issues with me, I am your precious gift. Because I'm telling you like it is. I'm telling you like it is. So let's get down to it. What I've seen circulating around, and because of the position that Guyana is in terms of our ability, when it comes to our fighting force, when it comes to our military might and our power, and the fact that we have, well, a small population that, if by comparison, it's a village in Venezuela. Venezuela has how many 100 millions of people they have there? It's a large population. We are no match. We are no match militarily for Venezuela. We are no match in terms of resources against Venezuela. That's a fact. That's a fact. There's no going around that. There is no pretending that we are what we are not. We have to face the reality. And our only hope as a nation, our only hope is to have the backings of the people who consider us their friends. You know, the West, the countries that has the military resources, the military might, those are the countries that can actually come to our rescue. Otherwise to that, we are fucked, we are screwed against Venezuela, even though they have a very poorly equipped military, and their soldiers are starved. Most of them are weak and undertrained, and at the same time they lack motivation. Even in their weakest state, they are still a contender in any conflict. because they have their numbers to give them that strength boost. So Guyana may have a wonderful, motivated soldiers, may have the willpower, but that alone wouldn't do it. That alone wouldn't do it. You need ammunition, you need resources, you need equipment to fight. Even though we are a small nation, we do not have the resources to stand up against a country like Venezuela. That's a fact. But here what my thing is. Here what my thing is. To all the persons who are using that situation, since the Venezuelans start to act up, we discovered oil. They've been having oil for forever. They have the largest oil reserves in the world, forever. They have not managed their oil properly. They have not taken advantage of the resources in the market that demands the oil resources. They have not. Because they have idiots running their government. As a result of that, they face sanctions, they face all these problems. That has nothing to do with Guyana. Guyana has discovered, thanks to the explorers, their natural resources and have utilized it properly, invested it properly, and as a result of that, the country is benefiting and its citizen. And obviously, that is going to bring some kind of let's get this off. That is going to bring some kind of jealousy, not only from Venezuela's side, but all the neighbors who have the resources like Guyana, but they have not managed it properly. So when they see what Guyana is doing with its resources in such a short space of time, the jealousy is there. There are a lot of countries in CARICOM who wants to see destruction in Guyana. They want to see devastation. They want Guyana to go back to the Burnham days. They want Guyana to go back to those days. Because they hate the fact that Guyana has progressed so quickly, so rapidly. So yes, they're sitting back and they're pretending that they're against the aggression from Venezuela. They're pretending that they want peace, but they don't. They don't. They're the ones who are behind the scenes telling that lunatic in Venezuela, Maduro, go to them, bomb them, go to them, send America a message, send the West a message, use Guyana as a proxy, use Guyana as a means to get to America, get to the West, get to England. They're pushing Maduro, pretending or deceiving him that they have his back and all these kinds of stuff, when he very well knows it's suicide for him and his nation. But the others don't care. They just want to see destruction, because destruction affects your economy. It sets you back years. If your country has to go into war, you have to go into debt, because war is debt. Not debt of a person. Debt as in borrowing money. Your economy stands still. Everything stands still, but you still have to continue to live. Your country has to continue to go on. While you have to be funding this war, you're losing human resources, you're losing infrastructure. All these things happen as a result of war. So war is not good for anybody unless the people who are selling the weapons, the people who might benefit from that. But what is the point? All the companies who have invested billions in Guyana are companies from the West, India, China, America, Europe. And to what benefit do they have to sit back and see that lunatic Maduro invades Guyana, threaten their company? It doesn't benefit them, does it? So this is why I've said before, it is political, economic, and actual suicide for Maduro to go ahead with his so-called plans. Unless he wants to see his end, that's it. The West is looking for a reason to go in Venezuela and get him. They're looking for a reason. So if he wants to give them a reason, they're looking for that. I mean, we had the Middle East, right? We had the case with Iraq. Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi. How long wasn't it in the air that America wanted those people? Years. In the Bush era, before the Bush era, the father Bush era, they wanted them. But they couldn't just get them without a reason. They needed a reason. 9/11, the terrorist attack on the Trade Center, Bin Laden stuff, that happened. That was the reason. So if Maduro wants to pretend or play Bin Laden and attack Guyana, his country would suffer the same fate like the Middle East. Demolish. They will demolish Venezuela. They will. They just need a reason, a viable reason. Now the Middle East has regretted that their leaders were so stupid to tempt the Americans, provoke the Americans, and give the Americans a reason with 9/11. Look at them now. It's a never-ending war. If Maduro wants that for Venezuela, the West is waiting for a reason. A reason. If you are so, you're the man, Maduro. If you're the man, why are you pushing your criminals dressed as civilian to attack the Guyana soldiers? Why not let your military do it in uniform? Let the world see. Let us see that you are actually doing it. Don't put them undercover with civilian uniform and pretend that it's civilian gang members doing that. Or are they MS-13? Are they the MS-13 gangs that Donald Trump sent back to Venezuela? So they're trying to take out their issues with Trump by attacking Guyanese because the Americans are backing the Guyanese. That's how they're trying to get to Trump? By trying to attack the soldiers in Guyana because they can't attack the American soldiers? Who do you think is backing the Guyanese? The American soldiers. So either way, you will be screwed. Maduro. Either way. Let them come with their military uniform. Forget the whole civilian stuff about these are terrorists or these are gang members or these are MS-13 Venezuelan, whatever it is. Forget that stuff. We know it's you. We know that these are people under your orders to provoke a situation. You're not ready for war. That's not how you start a war. If you want a war, you just go and do your stuff. You don't, nag like a woman, nag here, nag there, nag there. That's not, you're just being a bitch. That's it. That's what you're being, Maduro. You're being a little bitch. Pushing. Just go out, do your thing, be the man. Let's see what happens. Don't just mess around. Come on, man. You're blaming your terrorist. They would go on your soil and get you. Mess up those people's investment. Fuck it up. They will get you and the same people right now. Again, how many people? How many Guyanese? Let's get back to the Christians. The good Christians are coming on social media, are holding vigil, praying for the safety and protection of Guyana. How many of you are doing it? Those soldiers, Norton, Aubrey Norton, just this week, thugs and criminals from Venezuela attacked Guyanese soldiers who are out there, who left their families back in the city or wherever, their wives and their children. They left them back in the city. And those men swore an oath to protect their homeland from threats in and out. They are putting their lives at risk every day and night, patrolling the borders of this country Most of them are black Afro-Guyanese. Most of them. In February, when they had the attacks from these so-called gang members in Venezuela, who did you see took the bullet on the Guyanese side? Who were struck by bullet? Who almost lost their lives? Black soldiers. Black soldiers. And I am sure those men are PNC supporters. I'm sure they are. And again, they were attacked a few days ago. Attacked by Venezuelans, not black Venezuelans, whatever race they call themselves there. Attacked your kinds of people on the borders, protecting everybody in Guyana. And the best that you can do is to go and stress the president out with a protest on a case that has been solved. You are protesting the death of an 11-year-old girl that was already established, the cause of her death. You're pushing conspiracy theories. Wait, hold on. That post I made yesterday, that video I made yesterday about how you boycott Amna Ali, the late Amna Ali, and how the day before that with Nigel Hughes, is protesting this same child, that you have a competition with the two of you. And you are in there with your studio, your cheap studio with your cheap suit and your face. You took that personal? Hold on. You coming out today to protest the president, is that a message to me? You want me to see that you're not sitting in a studio, that you're actually doing some work? You're coming in the street to protest? Is that a response to what I said? Are you serious? Ali didn't say that, I said that. You need to protest in front of my office, not the president's office. I said you're in your cheap studio with your cheap suit, making your cheap remarks on a case that has already been solved. And you and Nigel Hughes have the issue. That's what I said. Why didn't you two guys solve this problem with you and Nigel? You're wasting the public's time. So you have something more important. A threat to national security, a threat to the way of life for every Guyanese. And you are going to protest the death of an 11-year-old child that has already been solved? You're prolonging it for what? What new evidence? What? That's all you can find to get some attention? Aren't you more creative than that? Besides being a politician, what else do you have? What other skills do you have, Norton? What other skills? Don't you have a hobby? Something, you gotta have something. It can't be just this dumb politics game you're playing. It has to be something else. So at the end of the day, you are gonna use the taxpayers' money that you are getting as the opposition leader to protest with your small group, 10 people, the death of an 11-year-old child that has been solved over and over and over and over, instead of standing behind the soldiers of this country. What does that got to do with the government? You think Ali made those men soldiers? You think Ali made those men to go join the military? Is Ali the one that is sending them to these locations? President Ali would be president only for the next 5 years. 2 terms. After that, then what? Then what? You are one of the people who want to sit back and see this the country Guyana be invaded because you're not president? You rather sit back and see destruction come to that country so you can blame the government? To say, you see, the government is not capable of protecting its citizens. You are not capable. For all you know, you might be one of the persons who are pushing things under the table and provoking. Because that stuff happens. You're planning to undermine your own country because you want to be leader. What, you want to be the governor of Essequibo? Did you work a deal out with Maduro that he'll make you the governor? Is that it? And your PNC people will vote for the Venezuelan so-called elections sometime this month? Is that your plan? Is that your plan? Who do you think stand to lose? Let's say that Guyana stood alone. Let's say that Guyana stood alone. That no country, no court, nobody is going to stand and have his back. Let's say that happens. And this loser invades. Where does that put you? You think that idiot Maduro is going to put you, a black man, in charge of where? You think that's what he's going to do? That's what you're hoping for? You think it's the Roman times? When Rome conquered the world and Rome puts his people to, or takes somebody from that country who's willing to sell their citizens out to be governor? You're hoping for that time? The medieval time? Ain't gonna happen. So first of all, you're a loser. Norton, you're a loser. I want to cuss you. Seriously, you have no idea. I want to cuss. I want to say some very nasty things to you. I want to. But that's what they're waiting for. They say, Facebook, you see, he's profanity. Facebook, you see, he's profane. He's this, he's that. So I have to be good. For the good people who are following me, for their sake, I have to be nice and use some nice words. You know, like pea-brain, imbecile, miscreant, yeah, lunatic. I have to use those kinds of words to describe you. Norton. Well, I can just use one word, 4 letters. 4 letters. To describe you. But I can't say it. I can't say it, you see. I want to say it. I want to say it. Yeah. What's wrong with you, man? What foreign affairs committee? You are not in the government. What foreign affairs committee? Which government will do that? Which government will hand over a section of its ministry to be managed by the opposition? Which country, which generation, which government? So because you can get that to keep getting some of the milk, the oil milk, because if the government gives you that committee to run, you'll be the one running it. So all the monies that are allocated to that committee comes in your hands. You think we're stupid? You really think we're stupid? This is about money with you. Money. You have no interest in the borders of Guyana. If you had an interest, 2015, 2020. Who was president? You. What is this guy saying? I was not. Yes, you were president. If Granger was president, you were president. Every PNC toppers were president. It ain't just Granger. You all were president. So, what did you do? You're calling Ali a little boy. Okay. You were the grown man, right? You were in charge of things in 2015, 2020. You were in charge. What did the grown men do? Granger's a grown man. Was the vice president at the time? Or prime minister? They're grown men. Who was the Home Affairs, Kemraj? Grown men. Trotman, all these guys, grown men. What did you do? How did you deal with the Venezuela issue? Because it's always there. It's not just now. How did you didn't fix it in 5 years, did you? You didn't fix it in 5 years. So let's not just, I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's go back to the Barnum time. Forbes, Barnum. A matter of fact, what did he do? He made a song. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river, that belongs to we. Dave Martin, the legend. In Barnum time, you had the issue with Venezuela. Wasn't he the Caribbean man of the century? I mean, didn't they put him as the man of the century? What did he accomplish as it relates to Venezuela? What did Barnum accomplish? That issue was since then. Since then was the issue. What did he accomplish? He was the main man, right? He was the black guy, the strong guy that pressured his people. He had that willpower. Barnum had the willpower to hold his nation like they're his toys. He had the power to get rid of whoever he wanted, to silence all his critics. He had the power to do that. He starved an entire nation for a long time. Had sanctions came down on Guyana because of his policies. One man did that. And he could not have dealt with at the time those Venezuelans. He couldn't deal with them. And they were much weaker than this joker we have now, Maduro. Barnum couldn't deal with it. And at the time, he had all the resources. We just finished with England. He could have, I mean, all these people were there. The British was there, sucking up to Barnum. Everybody was there. But what did he do? Nothing. So if he had settled the matter, finally, conclusively, sealed and stamped and get the message across, if he had done it then, you had something on your pip now to say your leader, Barnum, solved all these issues. You could have campaigned on his legacy. But now you don't even want to call the man's name because you realize that shit, that's a liability. That's going to cost me votes. And now Ali is president practically 3 years because he had to deal with COVID 2020, 2021. So 3 years, this little boy, you're calling him a little boy? Look how far he took the case. Because of Ali, that issue with Venezuela is on a world stage. And every country that is relevant made commitments to, hey, if Venezuela dares annihilate that country, we would annihilate that country. Because of that little boy, Ali. Yeah, that little Hindustan boy, Indian boy, Ali, the little Muslim Indian boy, that's the might he has to take the matter to the highest level. And for the first time, is putting the world on notice. Hey man, I want to solve this thing now. I want to end this issue with Venezuela today. Today I want to end it. He's not leaving it for another president. He wants to settle the matter now. And the best you lunatic can do is to boycott your government, unpatriotic. You should be charged with treason. That is a treasonous act. You are a terrorist. You are a terrorist, Norton. This is what you do? Undermining? Oh, then again, There we go. It's a black people thing. It's a black people thing. There we go again. You making the blacks look bad, Norton. Around the world, you making the blacks look bad. Look at Burkina Faso. You're out promoting this guy, what's his name? Traore. Oh, Traore, Captain Africa. Traore, he's the hero of Africa. Lunatic. Just like you, Norton. That same Traore guy in Africa conspired with the enemy to bring down his friend who he supported with a coup. Then because he couldn't get what he wanted, conspired and he brought his own friend down with a coup. Black man's mentality cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted. Now, in the eyes of the world, when Guyana is under attack, your brothers, your black brothers, who are out there on the waters, up against such a mighty force as Venezuela's force, and before you rally the people to say, hey, let's pray for these soldiers, let's back these soldiers, let's encourage people to go into the reserve, join the military, let's support these soldiers the best we can. Instead of doing that, you protesting this case is closed, man. It's not important. It's not important. Why waste the president's time over that stuff, man? People like you would you don't quit, do you? It's over. You get no more mileage from that. It's over. You want to keep this thing alive for what? So that more GoFundMe money comes? And how are you dividing this GoFundMe money? Who's getting percentage? Who's getting what? What? This is how the lawyers get paid? Is the GoFund money paying the lawyers? Are you getting a cut? So that you have to keep this issue alive? To keep sensitizing people so they can subscribe more to this GoFundMe? Eventually, people will turn their backs. They're already turning their backs. Because they realize that this is beyond what it's for. This is beyond what it's for. Just bury the child, man. Bury the child, man. How long are you going to prolong this nonsense? You ain't getting a cent from the government. Not a cent. Not a cent. The Canadian guy is there, isn't he? The Canadian guy is there. So you are preparing, you are creating the conditions now to reject the findings of the Canadian guy. Because you want it your way. Then use your money. Use your money. Every time is some foreigner. Every time is some foreigner. Ali government has to stop this. Has to stop this. Ali government, you have to stop this. No more foreign intervention. Let this be the last one. No more foreign intervention. Guyanese solve Guyanese problems. The issue with Venezuela is a territorial problem. Territorial problem. Because Guyana is a part of CARICOM and the UN Council, it's an issue that involves everybody. But domestic issues, Guyanese solve your problem. Don't waste a cent more on taxpayers' money for these nonsense. I say it's nonsense. The military needs the money. The soldiers need the money. Increase the soldiers' salary. Increase the police salary. Equip them. Get some fighter jets. Get some warplanes. Get some warships. Invest the money in the military. Ali, President Ali, put the money in the military. Invest the military. Because as your country grow, as Guyana becomes mightier, your enemies will grow too. Enemies within and without. So you have to make sure that you have your security measures in place. What does a rich man do? The rich man builds a higher fence and hires a security firm to protect his wealth and his family. Guyana needs the same thing. Invest in more infrastructure to protect the sovereignty of the country. Spend the money there. Spend the money there. So let them say what they want. Contract all these countries that are making military weapons and let them flood the country. Build a navy, build your military, build an air force. Invest the money. Don't wait for a war. Invest it now. And give incentives so people will join the military. Fuck Norton. I'm tired of these people. I don't want to hear anything about Norton and PNC. Let's focus on what the government needs to do to protect the citizens in the country from threats within and without. The terrorists in the country and those out of the borders of Guyana, you need to protect the good citizens of that country. President Ali. Start by eradicating the terrorists that are in the country. Because those are the ones who are sending information to the outside enemies. Those are the ones who are sneaking in these outside enemies into Guyana to infiltrate the country to create public unrest so that they work towards the detriment of the country. You don't need that. Start by rooting out the terrorists in the country. And Norton, you are lucky. You're lucky you have a president like Ali. All you people that are creating problems, all you people that are knowingly inciting unrest and division, conspiracy, and are planning destruction for the country with the enemy, all you people, you're lucky that Ali is your president. You're lucky. Because I'm telling you, if you had a nutcase like me, if I was your president, you think Putin is a gangster? You think Donald Trump is a gangster or she? Or Netanyahu? You think those guys are terrible? You should have had me as your president. I'll show you what gangsterism is. I'll teach you a lesson. You understand? So you're lucky you have this gentle president there who forgives and who gives you chances to reform. You're lucky. This is why you people are doing the shit you're doing. You're taking that man for granted. You're pushing it too far. You're pushing it too far. You think I'm going to sacrifice my citizens for the little losers that are in that country creating chaos? I would root you out. I will find you where you are and I'll send you to hell and let you stay there. Never again to enter society. Never again. Because criminals don't reform. Criminals don't reform. There are no second chances with criminals. You catch them, you send them away for life. Root them out. So those who are coming up and are thinking that they can terrorize the good people of Guyana and get away with it, they will have to think again because of the consequences that will follow. Because I will find each and every one of you. I will find you. And you will never again enter society. So you're lucky. Ali is gentle Jesus. You're lucky. But this shit has to stop. And as for you, Norton, and all these other persons who are pretending to be opposition, whatever it is, You could not protest under my presidency. You couldn't. You better don't let me get anything anywhere close to politics. You could not protest. And this shit you're doing, prolonging this cold case, it would never happen. If I'm investing in my departments of security departments and giving the best training to these officers, and people are calling to use foreign influences when I know that my people were trained with the best possible standards, you gotta be crazy, man. You have to be crazy. So President Ali, if you have to hire the United States military or a department, the special forces, the United States Special Forces, if you have to take a part of the country's GDP, the country's budget, if you have to allocate a part of that and hire the United States Special Forces to end this thing with Venezuela once and for all, hire them. Hire them. End this threat. We don't have the military might to do that. Then hire a military to do it. Nobody will do anything for free. Countries will not come and invest their resources for free. No matter how much they love Guyana or Guyanese, they wouldn't do it for free. You know that. So hire them. You have the money. Hire them. End this shit with Venezuela. End it. End it. Settle it. So people can just do this stuff for free. People can live free in that area. Before having constant threat. End this shit, man. You don't have to bother about who's backing Maduro. Who is backing Maduro? Who? Russia? China? India? They're backing Maduro? No, they're not. Nobody is. Nobody is. Why? Because Uncle Sam says nobody is. Did you see the sanctions that America imposed on China? It crippled China. Just sanctions, crippled, brought them to their knees. And you think China is going to back Maduro against American might? Which country will back them? Chinese are business people. Business people, they're all about business. They don't have time for your conflicts. And like I said before, India has the back of Indians everywhere. So while you say India signed, and where do you keep people get this shit from? Anyway, so Aubrey Norton, I said you're a loser. I keep saying that, and you keep demonstrating that you are. Why don't the people in your party vote you out? Don't let them wait for elections. They can say no confidence in this man. They can vote no confidence now. Put a woman. You lost me, Nigel Hughes. You lost me. Bye-bye. Put a woman. Give a woman a chance to earn that $1 million. Women can do well with that money. They provide for their families, they buy things for their relatives and their friends, and they throw a party every month. Give them the money. It circulates back into the economy. But they give it to you, you're going to save it and still want to cut from the GoFundMe. So step down. You and David Hines should rent an apartment and play catch. The two of you. You know David Hines, the retiree? I don't know if Viagra works on him, but the two of you should rent an apartment and change rules, play rules. Nag at each other. You're good at that. Nag at each other. You're a bit younger, so you can cook and clean. He'll do the stuff that grandmothers do. David Hines. So Norton, call him up. But you are a disgrace. You are a disgrace. Your country is under threat. And the best you can do is to go and bother the president over a stupid issue that should have been put to rest. You can call it what you want. I have offered my condolences umpteen times when it was necessary. When it was necessary. Like 3 weeks ago. But now it's no longer about that child's death. So I can't regard it as that. It's not. Now it's about failing politicians clinging on to a straw to still be relevant. So you, Norton, and the others, you're clinging on to this little thing with this child so that you can be considered doing something. That's what you paid for as a politician. That's your $1 million. To come out with a placard and protest the president. Justice for Adriana. No. Guyana needs justice. Guyana needs justice from you. Guyana needs justice from that 2020 election that you almost stole. Guyana needs justice for that. I'm going to start protesting. Justice for the 2020 elections that was almost rigged. That's where we need the justice. Bury the child. To the parents of Adriana, bury your child. Otherwise, you're going to bring a curse on your own lives. A curse because you keep desecrating that child's memory. You keep desecrating the child. Let the child go back to God. You keep her on ice, you keep her soul here. Let the child go to God. That's where she belongs. You keep her here to give these politicians mileage, and what? What's the outcome? Let the child rest. It's unfortunate. Move on with your lives. Mourn in peace. Mourn privately. Miss your child privately. You never will get over it. You will never get over it. Right? This is not something you can just wake up tomorrow and it's gone. No. But just do it in your private time. There are other things that the government needs to focus on. Please. Get on with it. You know, I talked about the other day all these things that we're hearing around, but nobody is talking about the beauty of the country. The government is making an advertisement. The government of Guyana is making an advertisement, a television, internet commercial, telling people to go pick up their cash grant for their children. Telling people, practically giving them all the necessary things they need to motivate them. Go take the fucking money. I mean, who gives you money and then is begging you to take it? Go take your money. And still, you have the opposition on one side that are trying to discourage people from going and taking the money for their children to go to school, so they have something to use against the government. Oh, did you know that the Phillips did not get their money, and the Samsons and did not get their money? Where were they? The government running advertisement for weeks. Go take the money, go take the money, go take the money. They relax. When that time period has elapsed, then they're going to go, standing at the Ministry of Finance or wherever they usually would go, and protest. We want our money. The government is discriminating against black people. We want our money. It was a fraud. So they have something to excite the public again. Just to say the Ali government is racist. They They give out the money, but the blacks didn't get it. When the world has seen that the government is advertising, practically begging the parents to go and take the money. Who are the people you think are benefiting from all of these cash grants? The Indians? It's the black people. The black people has more kids. They have more needs. So all of these programs and projects and policies of the government is benefiting the Afro-Guyanese more. So if some of you want to sit back and relax and be a hater, you don't want to go take the money, then fine. When that time is closed, go protest. Go protest and say it's discrimination. You're being discriminated against. Go and protest. But we all see how much the government is begging you in the interest of your children. Go get the money. Go fund your child's school clothing, your child bags and books, whatever it is. Go get the money. The government is begging you to go get it. You sit on your asses and listen to the opposition who has done nothing for you. Remember, it was under the PPP 2014 that this project started. Remember that, right? PNC came into office 2015. How much did they give to families during their time? How much? What did they do? You see? The PPP are the givers. They are the givers. But they're getting all the hate. From who? A small group of people who are the loudest. The loudest. They're the ones. But we all see, the world is seeing how the government is taking care of its citizens. The PPP is a generous government. A generous government. Everybody is benefiting from the efforts and the policies of the government. Everybody. The bridge that the president is building, that should be called the Ali Bridge. No Demerara River Bridge. Irfan Ali Bridge. Irfan Ali River Bridge. It should be called. Who is going to drive on that bridge? Irfan Ali? Jagdeo? Doesn't Jagdeo live in the city? Who is going to drive on that bridge? Who? The citizens of Guyana. All races would benefit from that bridge. Not President Ali, not the government officials, the citizens would benefit. So what are you talking about? All of that is happening, plus people are eating, plus the economy is moving, money is circulating. All of that is happening. But you're not paying attention to that. You're paying attention to a 3-week-old tragedy involving a child who drowned at a public facility after not being properly looked at by her grandmother and relatives. The fact she couldn't swim. That's what your focus is on. You want this conspiracy to be believable. That somebody wants to sacrifice. Oh, fuck. Oh, my gosh. Heaven's sake. You people make me sick, man. It's like me saying it is like me saying that I identify as an Indian is not enough. It's not enough. I want to change so many things, but because when I think about the stupidity with the black people, again, not all of you, you know who I'm talking about. When I think about that, I'm like, how can it be so that a people who have consider themselves so spiritual, who consider themselves the first, the fathers of ancient civilization. Their ancestors were Egyptians who even considered Jesus Christ to be black. Some say Muhammad was black. The people who call themselves the ancient of ancient, invent mathematics and all these things, the people who claim and hold on to those theories can be so stupid today. Can you imagine if I discovered that my father, my ancestor was King Tut of Egypt, of Amun-Ra? If I discovered that my ancestors was Amun-Ra, it meant I have divinity in me today. How do you think I'll operate? Like a lunatic? Like some imbecile, some lowlife? No. I want the world to know, hey, I'm one of the descendants of Amun-Ra. I'm a god. I walk with my chest up. People have to serve me. I would walk in the air because I discovered my ancestry. So if you're making claims that you are at the top as a black person and everybody else at the bottom, but yet your lifestyle, your mentality is the lowest of the low, and you want people to believe that you came from a people that were once at the top, but you are the bottom, then what happened? Then what? The white man conquered you? Yeah? Okay, you're free now. You were conquered, you're free now. So what's your excuse? Oh, we are not in power. You were in power for 5 years, 2015, 2020. You were miserable in that time too. You were protesting heavily on the Granger government. You're forgetting? You were protesting like crazy against David Granger. What happened? I mean, are you so difficult to please that nobody can please you? I mean, I always tell men, a penis don't necessarily satisfy a woman. Some men can't use it. But every woman on this planet, there is one thing that can make every woman orgasm. One thing. You eat the pussy. Oral sex. You take your tongue, your mouth, finger. You can get her there quickly. 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So if your penis can't satisfy her, your tongue will satisfy her. Guaranteed. But black people, what can satisfy you people? What? Burnham couldn't satisfy you. Hoyt couldn't satisfy you. Granger couldn't satisfy you. You think Ali could satisfy you? Jack Dio? You think those guys can satisfy you? The most impossible group of people on the planet to satisfy are black people. Black people. If it was easy as satisfying a woman, I might be president. But move on with it. Move on with it. Look at what the president is doing for that country, and you, black person, are benefiting the most. You are benefiting the most. Don't sit back and have your nephews and your brothers and your cousins terrorize that country. Give them up to the police. There's surveillance cameras everywhere. The crowd control software is in act. The cops will find them. They will find them. It's just a matter of when. Don't let them have to go and be shot by the cops. Let them go give themselves up. They will be caught. The crowd control software is already being used in the Guyana system already. That means if your voice is captured on the CCTV, your face, anything about you, the AI can recognize you and point you out. Even if you wear a mask, it will get you. Give them up now. Jail is not a nice place. But if they're lazy, they're unproductive, they want to sleep all day, and jump in a neighbor's house and sleep with a neighbor's wife, if they wanted that lifestyle, then they will end up in jail. But the people who are waking up with their ideas and bringing their ideas to work and investing in their ideas, you want to rob those people? You want to steal from them? You want to prevent their successes? President Ali. Anel Nandalai, this one is for you, because you are the Attorney General. You can recommend these legislations. Give firearms to Indians. Give firearms license, that is, to Indians. You see, Indians in Guyana are the business class. Means they take a risk to invest in businesses. And when they take a risk to invest in businesses, you can't allow them to be vulnerable to these crooks and these criminals and these thugs. Their families need to be protected. You have a lot of good Indians who graduated from university. They have good jobs, could be a teacher. They're decent, law-abiding people. Give them firearms. Licensed firearms. Every home should have a gun. If they want to kill themselves with it, that's their problem. But the intent here is to equip and protect them from threats from the outside. I'm talking Venezuela. The thugs, because they have illegal weapons. And when they go and break those people's houses and break those people's shops, even though they might invest in security guards, let them have firearms to protect themselves. Give them guns. You do your background check. If they're drinking too much, if it's an Indian man who likes to drink, don't give him. But decent families. Most are decent. Decent families. Give them firearms. So when these thugs know that every home has a firearm, they won't go. They won't risk it. Give them weapons. You have to do that. Now, Mr. Muhammad. And this is the thing about these thugs, these ghetto thugs in Guyana. They always stand with the criminals. Never the decent people. See why you can't trust them? If you are a criminal, if you're a prostitute, you break the law, you're hiding from the police, you can get the ghetto to protect you. They want to associate with hell. It's exciting for them. That's a typical ghetto Negro. I can't say the N word because they flagged me for that, so I'm sorry. The typical them from the ghetto, yeah. Azruddin Muhammad, all these houses you were building and giving out, it was to distract the people from your crimes. From your crimes. Yes, I can say it because it is established. It is established that you committed crimes against the country that you call your country. It is established in a court of law by documentation that you made false, fraudulent declaration on purchases of vehicles, amongst other things. Yes, it is public information. You're going to buy a Lamborghini for $75,000? Are you kidding me? And I didn't know that? You mean you can they have vehicles, Toyota Land Cruiser. Toyota Land Cruiser selling right now in Suriname for $100,000+ Toyota Land Cruiser. $100,000+ American dollars for fucking Toyota Land Cruiser. And you are going to buy a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini for $75,000 American dollars. And those hip hop Tupac guys in America can't afford it. Wait, they didn't get the memo? Hold on. You mean those billionaires in America did not get the memo that Lamborghinis are selling for 75,000 American dollars, and you're all the way in Guyana, and you know that you can buy from Guyana via the internet a Lamborghini and ship it, all the cost, to Guyana for $75,000. Bravo, man. You are the deal maker. Trump should hear about you. I'm recommending you for Trump. I'm telling Trump about you. If you are the Azruddin, you are the ultimate deal maker. You are the deal maker, man. What's the obia? What's the obia? What's the witchcraft? What's the obia that you use? Because I want to know. Tell me. Because I want to know. 75,000 American dollars for a Lamborghini. Don't keep it to yourself, man. Tell me the secret. Tell me the secret. What's the secret, man? Share it with me. I'll tell you how to get women. Tell me the secret as to how you got a deal for a Lamborghini. I saw the car. You tell me how you got a car to buy for 75,000 American dollars online without going there, and they ship it to you. And I'm going to give you the secret to how you can get into a woman's panty. We have a deal. Fucking idiot. You really think you can fool an entire country? The Guyana Revenue Authority has the best investigators, accountants, lawyers, and you think you can fool them? You think nobody knows to use the internet? Like Google. Cost for a Lamborghini. What's the model? Model so. Okay. Lamborghini year. See, it's raining again. Every time the rain comes down. Anyway, Lamborghini. If you're not hearing me properly, it's not my problem. It's the rain falling here. Yes. Lamborghini. You spell Lamborghini, L-A-M-B, yeah, okay. Google, give me the suggestion. Lamborghini, 2000, what's the name of what's the year? When did you buy it? 2020, 2021? Lamborghini, let's say it's 2021 Lamborghini, okay. Cost, plus shipping and handling. Can you buy it from Amazon? Nah. Okay, the factory. Lamborghini, okay. What's the price there? 75. Nah, something's wrong. Something's wrong here. Let me see. Something is wrong. $75,000. Oh shit. Let me call the company. Yeah, yeah, hello. Can I get to the marketing department of the Lamborghini, please? Yes, you're on. I'm on. I want to just double check on something I saw on the internet there. I just want to make sure that I'm not sleeping, and I don't drink, so I know I'm not drunk. Yeah, what's it? Yeah, I see a car here that I'm interested in, but I thought it's like a $1 million, but I see it at 75,000. Is it 75,000 or 750,000? Which is it? 75,000? Are you sure? Sir, don't play with me now. Don't play with me. Because I have 75,000 right now. I can pay it on through my bank. Okay, I can wire the money. 75, you sure? 75,000. Absolutely. Okay, how long does it take? Is this a Nigerian on the other side? Are you a scammer? Is this a real website? You're not a scammer, right? You're not a Nigerian pretending to be some Lamborghini agent and when I send this money, I don't get it back. That's not the case, right? You're an actual Lamborghini guy. Really? Can you go on video? Let me see what you look like. So I know you're not a black guy pretending to be white and selling me this stuff. Can I see your face, please? I can't? Then you're a scammer. You are a scammer. I'm calling the FBI. You are a scammer. You're gonna get me. Not my money. Bye. I told you. I told you. It wasn't true. It's not true. It's a joke. Because the real cost for that 75,000 Lamborghini is 650,000 American dollars. And that's the cheap one. That's the cheap one. 650,000 American dollars for the Lamborghini. Not 75,000. So what happened? He fraudulently declared 75,000. And that is an illegal act punishable by jail time. Punishable. Because you see how many counts Donald Trump faced? 39. Similar things to make false declaration, accused of making false declaration on his taxes. Crime. And you have a case where a self-proclaimed billionaire who said he's a billionaire is going to defraud the people of Guyana, not the government, the people of Guyana, by making a false claim that he bought one of his cars, the Lamborghini, for 75,000 American dollars, therefore must only pay taxes on $75,000 when the car, the cost of the car that he actually paid, no discount, he paid 650,000 American dollars for the car. He's going to pay for a machine 650,000 American dollars, but want to rob the government of Guyana, the taxes that goes into the functioning of the country, social services, healthcare sector, all of that, and hide it, and then get some thugs to block the police from doing their jobs. And he wants to be president. He wants to be president. Blatant lie, blatant corruption, blatant disrespect. And they're talking about how the government is corrupt. Friends and family. Yeah, he was a friend, isn't it, of the government? So I guess he's not benefiting from the friendship. But listen to what they're saying. Because he's running for president. You honestly believe. You honestly believe that this guy that can't speak. Have you heard him speak? Have you heard him speak before? The Muhammad guy? Like talk. Maybe 1-2 sentences. He wants to compete against Ali and Jagdeo. That guy that can't speak. What? The money's going to run the country? Is the money's going to represent him? You actually believe that he will get to the parliament? I have a better chance. I have a better chance of being elected a member of the Parliament of Guyana, of course under the PPP, than Muhammad. I have a better chance. People will vote for me over him. People, not thugs, people. Because them thugs won't vote for me. Because they know I want to lock them up. They know I want to jail them, so they would not vote for me. But people will. Over him. So where are we? But guess what? I'm not going to go inside. I'm not going to get involved in the politics because I do not want to split the PPP votes. I care too much about Guyana. I care too much about the policies, the vision of Irfan Ali and Jagdeo and the government. I would not go on any list because I don't want to split the votes of the PPP. But if the blacks say they're tired of Norton, they want somebody that makes sense, and they would like me to go on the list, they would step away from Norton and vote for me under the PPP. Of course, I'll take it up. I'll go because I want the black people to vote for me. I don't want the Indians to split their votes. I want the Indians to vote for the PPP. Because if I go, they'll vote for me, and I don't want that. I want my Indian brothers and sisters to keep their votes on the PPP. The black people I want to vote for me, who are with the PNC, get out of that camp. The Bible says, get out, come out of her, my people. Be not partakers of her crimes. God is calling the black people out of the PNC into the PPP. So all the black persons who want to leave the PNC, but they don't want to vote for somebody who's already a PPP, then vote for me. I'm going to join the PPP and vote for me. Vote for me. Because I know that your future is secure under Ali. You know all those nice roads you see in other countries at the top, they're turning and they're all these roundabouts and all these things. The trains, all of that will happen in a few years. Not just the Ali River Bridge. Like I said, no Demerara River Bridge. Name the bridge Irfan Ali River Bridge. There are many more to come. I think, President Ali, if you're watching, don't wait for Suriname to pay their share with a bridge over the Quarantine River. Don't wait for Suriname. Suriname has some time to get some money. You invest it. You build the bridge. Let Suriname pay you in the future. You build the bridge. Instead of doing the new bridge that across the Berbice River, put that on hold for now. Build the bridge across the Quarantine, connecting Guyana and Suriname. Sponsor it. You build it, and Suriname is going to reimburse you when Suriname starts to make money. But you build it. Build all the bridges. You like to connect people. You're a people man. You connect nations. You connect. Look at how you put Guyana on the world stage. Every country now knows that you exist because of you. Every country knows about Guyana because of Irfan Ali. Every country. So, Mr. Mohammed, pay the government. Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Okay? Pay your taxes. And the next time the government goes to possess to perform legal possessions, and these thugs come out and want to disrupt the police and disrupt the government from doing its job, Home Affairs Minister Robinson Ben instruct the police and the soldier to arrest them. Use firepower if you have to. Arrest them. That shit has to stop. You have to stop being afraid of these thugs. They're just a small group. Let them take one for the team. The rest will get the message. Arrest them. If your prisons are too small, build bigger prisons. Build the prisons at the border there of Venezuela and Guyana. Build the prison there. Ship them out of society. They're disruptors. Ship them out of society. Let them go chill there in a prison where they will not see the light of day anymore. They can't multiply. They can't make more thug babies. Let them go there. You have to stop this nonsense. Once and for all. I want to thank you for your time and for all those wonderful people. If it is your intention, while these other imbeciles that are pushing propaganda and indecent talk for the opposition are getting support, are getting the supporters, I have the best group of people. I have the best group of people, the smartest, the kindest, the most peaceful people anywhere that are my supporters and my followers. I have the best people. So if the lowlifes can get lowlifes to support them, my high life people can show them that you're better. But again, I cannot make this appeal on my life. You have an interest in standing with me, supporting what I do, you have to send me a private message. Then I'll give you the details. Until next time, do not share these bad, negative stuff from the PNC and their cronies on your Facebook wall. Do not share it. It is spreading too much negativity over Guyana, And you're not the only person that's watching that. You have people from around the world on your list. And when you share those things on your wall, your friends from different countries are seeing that, and they're forming an opinion that Guyana is very bad. But it's not true. You know that, I know that it's not true. Guyana is a beautiful country. Encourage people to go there. Plan their vacations to go to Guyana. Invest in the country. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the people. The most beautiful women are there. Decent men. Don't let these little thugs and these junkies distract you. Support the police. Give the police encouragement to shoot them on spot when they commit crime. Don't waste the taxpayers' money. Guyana is a great country. Let your friends and relatives know. Go home. Have fun. Enjoy your country. Go work wherever. Take the money back to the country, Guyana, and build there. Invest the money there in Guyana. Second term for Ali. So I'm focusing now on the elections coming up right now. Until next time, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So when these people try to get me shut down here, then I'll have YouTube. On YouTube, it's Dr. Sherwayne Warner Persaud. On TikTok, it's Dr. Sherwayne Warner, I think. Some of you are already there. But please, subscribe to my YouTube. Because I need to still be here to keep defending democracy and peace in Guyana. And I need your support. Until next time, tell Aubrey Norton I say to go fuck himself. Bye-bye.